long division. We are now at the fun part of math of the 4th grade year. Long division is a process that we use to divide harder dividends so we are successful. We're going to use basic facts, but these are more challenging problems than we've had. So there are 5 steps to the long division process. They are division, multiplication, subtraction, we do a check, and then bring down. So those are the steps we do, and those are the order in which we do the checks. To help the boys and girls remember that, we have a simple mnemonic: does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers? So that's the order that we're going to work in. The D for division, the M for multiplication, the S for subtraction, the C for check, and the B for bring down. And we may do these steps 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the same division problem, all in the same order. Let's have a look. Suppose we had the problem 298 divided by 4. That is not a basic fact that we know. So we are going to break this down into simpler division problems. That's the whole process of long division, is to make simpler problems that we can solve, and then cumulatively it will derive the quotient we want. How do we do that? Well, we rewrite the problem using what we call the house. That division house will separate the 3 components of a division problem. We put the dividend inside the house, we put the divisor at the front door, and we will be writing numbers up here on the roof. The numbers on the roof times the divisor at the front door needs to equal the dividend inside. So how do we go about doing this? The first thing I have the boys and girls do is cover up all but the first number of the dividend. And we ask ourselves, what is 2 divided by 4? Or we could phrase it as, how many 4s are in 2? And we know that there are no 4s in the number 2. What I would like them to be able to do is just move over to the next number immediately. Some boys and girls find it helpful just to put the 0 in and work through the process, so we can do that. Remember, our formula is, does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers? And boys and girls often write the steps right beside the problem like this. So first we divide. How many 4s are in 2? 0. There's our division. Then we multiply 0 times 4 is 0, and we write that right below the number we're working with. Then we subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. We check. Is the difference the 2? Is the 2 less than the divisor? Is 2 less than 4? As long as we can say yes, we're in good shape. And then B, bring down the next number. And I show the boys and girls, I draw a dotted line to show them that I'm dropping it down. So we went, does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers? We've done that once. We're going to start again at the top. But no longer do we have to be worried about the number up here. We're working down here. How many 4s are in 29? And boys and girls should be able to tell us there are 7 4s in 29. We multiply 7 times 4, which is 28. We subtract. 29 minus 28 is 1. Is 1 less than 4? It is. We bring down the next number. And again, a dotted line all the way down. We're no longer working with these up here or these in the middle. We're working with 18, which has brought that down. So we've gone through, does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers twice? Now we ask ourselves, how many 4s are in 18? And that will be 4. We've divided. 4 times 4 is 16. We write that underneath. We subtract. 18 minus 16 is 2. We compare. Is 2 less than 4? It is. We bring down, but there's nothing left to bring down. We still get to check it. We have stuff left over. And as we know, the leftover stuff are our remainders. Remainder 2. So we would read this as 298 divided by 4 is 74 remainder 2. And then the boys and girls do a multiplication check to verify their answer. They take the number on the roof, the quotient, 74. They multiply it by the divisor, 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 7 times 4 is 28. Plus 1 is 29. Now what we want is for these numbers to match. They do not. But we had a remainder, and we always add the remainder in at the end. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So 298, and that is indeed our dividend. So we know right now this is a correct answer. Couple things we should think about here. We work in neat columns. We want to write neatly so we can keep track of what's going over. Each time we moved over one place value, and that is helpful to organizing our work. We don't want to write real small so it all blends together. If we're writing our Does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers, we have distance between that and the work we're doing. Our multiplication check is near our work, but there's space between it so it doesn't all run together. This is how we do long division in 4th grade. Now, as the boys and girls have learned, it's a process. In the beginning here, we're making mistakes and we're learning from our mistakes. The way to become proficient at long division is to keep plugging away and keep practicing these same steps over and over and over. Division, multiplication, subtraction, check, bring down. Does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers? That is how we do long division in 4th grade.